Hey Flosstube, it's Jeannie again. How are ya? I'm just coming on with a quick update. I don't have a ton to show, but it's been a while since I made a video and I hate to get too far behind. So I thought I would go ahead and show you what I've only been working on 3 of my whips. I haven't really been doing much shopping, and I have been stitching regularly. I just haven't been doing very much at one sitting, maybe a length of thread or so. So I haven't made a ton of progress, but anyway, like I said, I hate to get too far behind and like to kind of stay up to date with everybody. So anyway, so I'm just going to show you that I did have a finish. I had been working on the Lizzie Kate Seasons Autumn, and I did manage to get that done. So let me show you that. So this is, and I'm sorry I did not iron it yet, but this is Autumn, and it's completed. I did make a few substitutions in this. I'm doing this in all of the DMC conversions rather than the fancy floss, and the called for color for the scissors, the crow, and the little handle on the pumpkin bucket was this dark blue, which I loved in the summer. One of these, but I didn't really want those things blue in this, so I chose a dark gray. And then the only other sub that I made was I did change out the colors in this little like quilt square thing. The 2 browns that it calls for are not very, there's 2 different color browns on these acorns, and there's not a very big contrast. I'm guessing the fancy floss had a bit more of a contrast in it rather than this. But anyway, so I did make a few substitutions, but I'm really happy with how it came out. This is on 28 count mushroom Monaco. And I bought a big piece of it on clearance at Joann's and cut it into 4, so all 4 of them will be on the same fabric. And my hope is to finish these and put them on. I bought these little galvanized like table stands, which I showed in my last video. If you're curious, I got them from Michael's, and I hope to finish them kind of a la Priscilla with some sticky board and maybe a mat of a fabric and magnets and things. So anyway, so that's kind of my plan, although I have a million things to finish and haven't done any of them yet. I'm a little scared. So anyway, but that is my finish, and so I was pleased about that. I'm going to start winter next. I find that I'm kind of a seasonal stitcher, you guys. I like to stitch with the seasons, so I'm going to start winter next. I think I am going to sub out some of the colors for colors that I think are more wintry or Christmassy, and I think I might go with, like for the white, I think I'm going to go with the DMC Etoile, so it has a little bit of sparkle, and I may swap out some of the greens to be and the reds to be a little bit more Christmassy, in my opinion, than the DMC that's called for. But we'll see. I'll do a floss toss and we'll see. I may start that soon because I'm getting ready to take a trip, and I like to have a project that's not too complicated when I fly, because I do like to stitch on the plane, but I like to have stuff that's pretty easy to stitch, not too much, you know, confetti or lots and lots of counting and everything. So, and these little motifs are like perfect for that. So I may get that one started. We'll see. All right, so that's that. On to my other whips. The only other 2 that I've been working on, I did spend some time, again, seasonal stitching on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I think this is the only Halloween pattern I have on the go. So I've worked on that. I think the last time you saw it, I was working on this little square, and I did manage to get that one done, and then started on the next one over, the other A. So I've been working on that, and I think after I get this little square done, I'm going to move on and do a little bit more work on the border. The border's kind of been in timeout because I have this weird knot and tangle of threads back there, and I don't know, I could not get it undone. And it's not, I mean, it looks fine from the front. The back looks terrible. And really, you guys, I don't care that much about my backs. I know some of you have, and I'm really in awe of you when you have these beautiful backs and the back almost looks like the front, but I don't, as long as you can't see threads through, I don't really care if the back's kind of a mess. But see this weird tangle of threads back here? I did even cut some of it off, and I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I think maybe one of the threads came like untwisted. I don't really know, but I left a little bit of a length on there because I think I'm going to have to stitch over those just to make sure that everything is, you know, caught and not going to come undone. But anyway, but the border, basically, all that to say is the border has been in timeout because I was mad at it when I couldn't figure out where the tangle went. But I think, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and finish. There's another ghost to go in here and another piece of this candy. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and work on this, this border. Maybe at least try to get it around the corner. So anyway, but this is cute. These are fun to do. And this maybe wouldn't be bad to take on the plane either. Although I've been stitching it on a Q-snap, and I usually also like to stitch in hand on the plane or with a teeny tiny little Q-snap. All right, so that is the other whip I've been working on. The last one you guys have been working on is my Nora Corbett Petite Mermaid. And this is Leucemia, and you guys have been seeing her for over a year. And so I have made some progress on her, but I'm still not done. I mean, I was going to give it to my daughter, hopefully have it done for her birthday in September, and that didn't happen. Then I was thinking Christmas, and I don't know when I'm going to get it done. But I have worked on her, and I've made lots of progress on the ribbon that she's holding. So here is where I am. So I've done lots of work in here on the ribbon. So really, basically what I have left is the bottom of the ribbon, the bottom of the ribbon, and then the rest of her tail, and then of course all the beading. And I know I've shared this with you before, but I did this on a smaller count than what's called for. So I think some of the beads are going to be too big, especially the bugle beads that go on her tail are going to be too big. So I need to figure out what I'm doing there. And I'm either going to try to get smaller beads, or I may just fill those in with a sparkly thread like a Krynic or something like that. I don't know. I've never beaded before, and I got a couple little Mill Hill projects to practice beading, and I haven't started any of those yet. So anyway, we'll just see how I do with beading, but I think she's really, really pretty. And I know my daughter's, she's not a surprise. My daughter has seen her, but she's coming out really, really pretty. And this is on 18 count April Showers Ada with hand dyed by Stephanie, and it's opalescent. And one of the things I did do, if this is the first time you're seeing a video from me, is I did her hair and her tail are in 2/1, and then her skin and this ribbon or the sash are 1/1. So it's pretty thin, not a ton of coverage, but I think to me that's okay if the sparkly pretty fabric shows through, because she's a magical creature and it does give it some texture, like you would if you were doing it on a linen or an even weave. So I'm pretty happy with it. So, and I think she's turning out really pretty. So those are really only the only whips that I have really worked on since my last video. And like I said, I just haven't done a ton of stitching. A little bit here and there, a little bit every day mostly, but just not a ton. I'm really itching to get back to my Realist wave. And so I think I may work on that. I also am ready to do some Christmas projects, and I think I've got a Christmas ornament going, a Dimensions ornament, and then I also still have the 'Tis the Season sale, which I'm not very far on that. I started that sale when everybody was all gung-ho about it over a year ago, and then didn't work on it again. But I think I'll get that out and work on it in the seasons. In the meantime, let me show you my itty bitty bit of haul. I really haven't been in the mood to shop, thank goodness. And I you know, just there's several things that I want. I'm kind of keeping a list, but I have so much that I haven't even started. I just feel like I need to sort of work on what I have. But I did go ahead and purchase the Just Cross Stitch Halloween Special Edition. And then I also purchased the Christmas ornament one. And I found they have these at my local Albertsons, it's a grocery store, which is surprising. But they have them there. So I did go ahead and get those. And I thumbed through them a little bit. I had no immediate plans to stitch anything in those, but did get those. I also got some stuff for finishing. If I ever can get the nerve up to do some finishing, I want to try making a project bag, and then I want to be able to do some finishing. So I was at Walmart the other day, and I thought this would make a cute project bag. Their fat quarters there are like 97 cents, and I just thought this was cute. That looked like my holly. It looks like a greyhound. So I thought, and I'm going to start, my new start's going to be Greyhound Year by the Blue Flower. And so I thought I might try to make a project bag. If I can make one out of a fat quarter. I don't even know. I think you can. And then I just thought this was cute too. So I went ahead and picked that one up. And then I also went ahead and got, these are in their craft section. And it's called just whitewash plank, and it's nice and smooth, and it has this jute rope on it, and these are like $2.97, you guys. And so I thought that might be cute to finish something on. I don't have any immediate plans for it, but I got this one, and then I got it in kind of the dark stain as well. So don't know what'll go on those, but just went ahead and picked them up. And then you guys, I also I actually went to a thrift store. I'm always impressed with everything that you guys find at thrift stores. And I'm not really much of a thrifter and or a garage saler, but I thought I was right next door to one doing something else one day, and I thought I would go in and take a look. And so I actually did a save the stitches, and you guys are probably gonna laugh, but I did these two things were 50 cents. Now they're not finished. This one looks like it's pretty close. It looks like all the crosses are done of this hen, but it looks like the back stitching's not quite finished. But it looks like that's maybe a chick. But anyway, one of the reasons that so there's that one was in it, and they were hooked together, 2 for 50 cents. And then here's the other one. And if anybody knows what this pattern is, let me know. I have no idea, but you can see there's a lady there in a building and that kind of thing. But I went ahead, one of the reasons that I got these is, first of all, they were really cheap, and the Ada is really nice and soft, but I want to sort of practice finishing on them. I'm not really a sewer, and so I thought I could maybe practice on these, like sewing them. I have a few things that I do care about that I want to sew into a pillow, and so I thought I could maybe practice on these, and then if I mess them up, you know, it won't be the end of the world. Although I hate to, I mean, somebody put some love into these, but anyway, so I found those at the thrift store, so I went ahead and saved them. And then the other thing that I found was this pattern. It looks like it's relatively new. I think it's a lavender and lace. I haven't really had a chance to do any research on it, but so if anybody knows, but I think it's a lavender and lace without the topper, and you can see it was $1. So I went ahead and got that. I don't know that I'll stitch it. I might give it away. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I just hated to leave it there because it was a pretty pattern. So anyway, so I got that. So anyway, so that is it, you guys, for my cross stitch and my floss tube. Again, I'm just probably going to be working on my whips and moving into some more kind of Christmassy / winter stitching. May work a little bit more on some of the Halloween stuff through the rest of this month. But otherwise, that is my plan. And like I said, my Reolist Wave has been calling to me, so I think I might do some work on that. That's a full coverage piece. So anyway, so that's it for me. I hope you guys are all getting a lot of stitchy time in, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.